He's got it.
Oh, you got it?
Hi guys,
What's up, Josh?
my name is Dan. I was a 27th overall selection in the 1983 NFL Draft. I have 61,361 career passing yards, 420 career touchdowns, and I have a couple more of these shoutouts if anybody wants them. This one's called The Whiteness.
Yes.
Every time you write a poem that isn't a villanelle, you are rejecting the pertinence of the villanelle form. By disliking dubstep, one implicitly votes for a world in which dubstep doesn't exist. Fabulous dreams are an argument against whatever you do with your days. It's a well-known fact that most stars are satellites, and most satellites wish they were rocks still. When you are sad, your eyelids gain mass. If you cry hard enough, you do not need to shower. 0.9% of smokers die every year, which means you're pretty much definitely not getting past 111 if you smoke. Beats headphones by Dre sound like farts in a Folgers can. The world was not made for this many people. It was made for this guy I know, Devin. A well-cared-for cast-iron skillet will outlive you and do more for your family. By keeping on, you imply consent for all disasters everywhere, be they of mining or hurricane breed, be they tossed bottles or midsection weight gain or overtime losses, or malls. 3 and 8 car accidents are demonstrative tropes for hardcore albums you no longer like. When you write a poem and say it's not a poem, you declare a tiny war between logics. When declaring a tiny war between logics, a certain decorum is customary. Place your hand in your unbuckled mouth and spread the poem wide like a fire. This may be repeated up to 4 times, and if done correctly, will result in a glut of anarcho-communal despair and a feeling like fuck, I don't know. When all else fails, dig a hole. When all holes fail, build a hill and climb it and stand there and lay there on your back. It doesn't really smell like anything, does it? It doesn't even feel like it's winter. A person I don't like gets 21 cents every time I buy anything these days because I never fucking carry any cash and I just have to have my cheese double cheeses. Can you hear it? My belly is rumbling. I love that. There are children who survive by eating human waste. There are probably boats that are sinking. The sky is not even anything, and birds often carry disease, and this is not a poem. This is not a poem. But when I reread a book that once made me cry, I admit what I feel is not hate. And when I set the book down before it gets to the good part and sign into something and look, I'm learning my position in space-time, accepting my deficient attention, and the truth is there's no one there scowling. But whenever I dream of my childhood, I'm always stuffing my pockets with Skittles. Now we get texts that say, please don't ignore me. We pull them from our pockets like mysterious flowers and study them for a long, long time. In Mac OS X, open the terminal application and type sudo nano/private/etc/hosts. Hit return and enter your password. Hit return and arrow to the bottom and type 127.0.0.1 facebook.com. Hit return and type 127.0.0.1. Hit space and type twitter.com. Hit return and type out things different. Hit return and type things change. In the night, electricity sleeps in the sockets. You fall asleep and dream about it. 14 rays of misty white stacked in ghostly twos, tethering you to the center of the room. Your lungs inflate and droop like a battery indicator on a screen. It's only that things are never transforming, only filling and collapsing. Lightning pouring from ground to cloud, electronic shifts in the gray of the brain, inverting levels of life between the dream as it ends and awakening. It's the dissipating feeling that fools us. The limbo of whiteness between, where we think that we're nowhere and know that there must be somewhere to be, something to reach by becoming, not by popping strategic balloons on oneself, but whipping the whole joint up into a frenzy. And sometimes in the autumn, the white sky stands like a wall, and the tree trunks are orange and thin, and the sweatered students, brochure-like in the grass, say hello to each other, needing just the one word. can trace on such days the call of the kinglet as it traipses from wind chime to world. But most of the time I'm just partly awake, with 4 months of coffee staining my teeth in their housings. The papers make nervous decisions, and the TV's static is a different sort of silence, and the birds all go back to before they had names. I say, please, oh self, you're all that I know. Please kiss my tough lips and be gone. The inventory of hand gestures is endless. Your crossbite is making me anxious. I'm tired of having to place you in rooms and account for the width of your stance and stare at your wavering gaze through the knowledge of all of the others.